Dostal, a part of our starting lineup, which is brought to you by Knockaround Sunglasses. The joining five up front: Sam Carrick, Chase DeLeo, Andrew Podorowski, Simon Benoit on the blue line with Josh Mahura. Gulls will travel from right to left. They have the whites on. They are the designated home team for this evening. And the Bakersfield Condors back to their oranges after having the navies on Friday in the loss. We're underway. The face-off win for the Gulls. Benoit to DeLeo tipped in. And the Gulls will move in on the attack. Puck shuffled off to the far boards. Collected down low. Carrick pokes it to the near corner, but it's swept along the blue line and skated out left side. Cross ice. Marody into the zone for Cracknell. Backhand toe drag. Backhander save made. Dostal stopping the first one. Back out to the point. Gravel down low. Griffith deflects it wide. Marody cycles for Griffith, and a lot of jam early for the Condors, but a miscue on a pass will find them back in their zone.
Well, right away, Bakersfield's got to come out. They got to come out with some fire, and that's what happens with Adam Cracknell. He gets it, and he's a long, lanky player. Dostal mirrors him down the ice, is able to make the save. The Gulls got to weather the early storm.
Low back in his own zone to the rookie Drysdale. Hammered off the far boards in a foot race that Desharnais will win out. Intercept at center. Drysdale steps into the offensive zone. A drop pass, a little bit too much mustard on it, and it's punched back out to center ice. Esposito without a stick, interfering on Zegras. He'll go to the box, and the Gulls will have a power play.
Well, what happens to Bakersfield there, they have a player lose his stick, and what happens is Zegras is getting on the back check. Without Zegras coming back, it's going to be a 2-on-1. We're going to get to watch the play replay. Watch Zegras coming on the back check, and he gets bodied on the play. But he doesn't have a stick in his hand, and I believe that's, not too sure who that was, Andy, but the whole thing about it was Esposito. He was set the pick, and he didn't allow Zegras to get there. Gulls going to power play.
And you're Jay Woodcroft, that's a careless penalty.
That's not a good one. Everybody in the building knows that's a penalty. Not a good play.
Especially with the way the Condors just set the tone early. And the Gulls now will try to reverse it. JMG power play for San Diego. Their first one, they went 3 for 3 on Friday against Bakersfield. Drysdale will shake loose of Hamblin and start back up ice after a clean face-off win in the offensive zone. That unfortunately finds the Gulls traveling northbound from their own territory. Carrick in across the line. He'll stop at the blue line, play it to Drysdale straight away. To the right corner, Zegras. One touch intended for Carrick, chipped away to the blue line, but not out. Here's Lettieri. Down low to the goal line, Carrick, beg your pardon, Agazino fans on a pass. And the puck played off to the boards. Carrick runs over Hamblin, puck kept in. Lettieri shoots wide of the net. And Carrick off the boards to it. Down to Lettieri. 1:13 left of the power play. Now a 5-on-3 threatening as another penalty is delayed on Bakersfield. Zegras rolls off to the point, and a pass cross ice blocked by Malone, and that will stop our action. 5-on-3 power play for the Gulls, but BJ, let's touch on those keys to the game brought to you by Indy Motorcycle San Diego.
Well, the quick keys to the game go with this. Quick start to this hockey game, and the Gulls got a little lucky. Bakersfield came at them quick, but the Gulls are putting it to them now. Special teams is where we're at right now. They're going to go for a 5-on-3. The Gulls need to get one. And number 3, this is in the Gulls zone. You got to limit the giveaways. Well, let's get back to what happened there. Carrick throws the big hit. What happens? Bakersfield comes back. It's not what you want to do as a team. A lot of hockey games to be played. You don't go back at a team captain unless you go down 5-3.
That will go for 104. 2 minutes and 4 seconds in. The Gulls just handed an excellent present. Carrick will be kicked out of the draw. Lettieri in to take it. Vinny Lettieri, 4th-year pro. This is his first postseason action. He's not able to make it with the Hartford back in his first 3 years. Agazino, high slot, shoots, and a save is made by Skinner. Carrick gets hauled down, no call, and the puck skated along the blue line, but not out. Agazino, great job to hold the line. Tried to thread the needle on a pass. Cracknell diverts, cannot clear though. Agazino blocks the attempt behind the net, and his pass out to the point misses, and it's all the way back.
Well, on a 5-on-3 power play, you want to be able to outnumber the defensive team, and right now Bakersfield still being aggressive on the 5-on-3.
Drysdale, high slot, lots of room, patiently holds and will curl off to the blue line and feed Lettieri. Cross to Zegras, who had 3 points on Friday, 1 goal, 2 helpers. He will glide off to the left wing. Down low, Carrick tuck and drag, no good. Skinner makes the save. Puck is loose behind the net, taken by Gravel. He'll wait and then send it off the boards, kept in by Drysdale. 5 left of the 5-on-3. Back to Carrick. He'll skate to the slot. Feeds Zegras on the right wall. Back to Carrick, but it jumped over his stick, and we're now to a 5-on-4 power play for 51 seconds. Drysdale is unable to hold the line. The Gulls have to retreat to center.
The Gulls got caught there looking for the pretty play. You got to take the play that's in front of you. If you got a good scoring chance, take that shot. It seemed like the Gulls waited for the better one. We're going to get to watch the replay here. Right away, Agostino, he takes that shot. It comes back down. And again, Zegras again getting it back down. And look at that nifty play through the legs there. Carrick, he's able to do that. Doesn't get it in. Gulls need to get back to the bread and butter, getting shots on goal, getting screens in front.
Sam Carrick led the Gulls in shots on Friday with 6. He had 3 points, 2 of which goals. The Gulls lose the face-off at center. It's cleared down the ice on Dostal. He'll play it off to the wing for Podorowski, now to Mahura. This second power play unit, BJ, consists of the 2 top point producers on the man advantage for the Gulls this past season. DeLeo with 14, Podorowski with 13. How about that for lethality?
Hey, how do you call a number 1 and number 2? You don't. You call it a 1A and a 1B.
15 seconds left of the power play. Limoges back to Mahura at the line. Loses a step, but he'll make a pass to Podorowski. Keeps it in the attacking zone. We're now down to 6 of the power play. Cross ice off the boards to Limoges. Back to Mahura. Lets the gun go, and it's blocked in front. Limoges to Podorowski. Shoot! Blocked in front. We're back even. Podorowski spins off of a check, trying to go back to the blue line on a pass, but missed. And Mahura forced back.
Podorowski on that shot there. It was on his off wing. If he gets that on his on wing, means he can one-time it. Tougher play to make.
The other troops of the Gulls up ice. Here's Bettini with a chance, blocked wide, and he will just power through Gildon, but he'll get penalized for it.
What I don't like about this, Andy, and that's just me calling it, it looks like it's a ticky-tack play. The referees are trying to keep the game in sync there. Bandini going down through the slot there, takes that shot. We're going to have to watch on a replay, but I don't see any call on this play.
Yeah, he was just following up through. Somebody gets in his way. Get out. Well, that was a high. It was. The stick was up high. They called it a run, but the stick was up high in the face.
Well, I agree with Andy. The stick did get up. You can call it what you want, but you got to let these boys play. This is power play hockey, playoff time. Let them go.
Face off to the right of Dostal. 39 saves on 42 shots on Friday. As AJ said, 2 exquisite saves in the first 10 minutes as the first attempt gets tipped out of play. We got 4.5, just over 4.5 into the first period, and already 3 power plays.
And no excitement whatsoever right away to start this game. I tell you right away, Bakersfield wins that face-off, and what happens? They get the big bodies going to the net. Lucas Dostal is going to have to do everything he can to get his eye on the puck.
Malone, the 10th-year pro for Bakersfield, wins the face-off. It's back to the line. Griffith, who enjoyed a 3-point night on Friday, will play to Gildon, who also had a 3-point night. Dished off to Cracknell, and I think he fanned on that shot. It hit the traffic in front. Carrick will clean it up down the ice.
Now Cracknell take that shot, and again, he's a forward. He put that one up around the shoulders. You don't want to look at your players on the bench when you're taking shoulder shots high, and you got face-off guys in front.
Minute and a half left of the kill. Carrick, a roadblock at the Gulls' blue line. That's Trevor, the younger brother of Sam, the Gulls forward. We'll get it off to his defensive partner, and it's cleared away by Axel Anderson. We're finally now diving into the other names of the Gulls roster after the 2 power plays. Cracknell and across the line for Bakersfield. Rimmed it to the far side for Benson, tipped away by the other 16, Kendop, and the Gulls touch it back out to the neutral zone. Minute left of the kill. No score, 5.5 gone, period 1. Glad you're with us in the Mechanics Bank Arena. Griffith with poise on the right boards, looking around, surveys the ice. They'll send it back to the line for Caldas. Back to Griffith. Goal line, Marody. Centering pass blocked away by the sliding Lowe, and it's cleared down the ice by Trevor Carrick.
Keegan Lowe able to get his body down and block that shot, but it starts quicker than that. Terry not going after the puck. The Gulls are playing their system. That's really putting it hard against this Bakersfield team.
Benson across the line, stripped of the puck on the back check by Agostino. Regained centering chance by Hamblin, denied by Dostal. And at the point, it's Caldas. Now the tempo starts to rise. 18 left of the kill. LeBlanc chance blocked by Lowe. Lettieri broke his stick, tries to kick it out. Can't do so. His dad used to be a pro soccer player, but even though he's got the good right boot, couldn't get it out. A centering feed rejected by Benoit. He'll sail it down the ice. Kill is over, and we're back even.
Guts and heart, that's what it takes in the playoffs. And Keegan Lowe right now blocked 2 shots. That last one he blocked, I don't think it touched any padding but his bone.
He was the Iron Man, one of the 2 Ironmen for the Gulls, skating in all 44 this year. And a chance by Malone, gobbled up by Dostal. No score, will return shortly. We're back inside the Mechanics Bank Arena. Lucas Dostal right back to true form, just like Friday.
Right off a broken play. Again, on power plays, you don't have the, the set plays, and it doesn't work like that all the time. 80% of goals happen off broken plays. Lucas Dostal, he's got his head on a swivel.
For the kills tonight, 3 for 3, which is rather shocking after Friday we saw the power plays go 5 for 7. The Gulls dumped it in here on Skinner. It grazed off his pad. They called it nice anyways, and I think that they recognize their error, so they'll drop the puck to center.
Yeah, anytime a referee recognizes they made the wrong call, put the face-off back at center ice and start the game over again. 13:05 to go. A lot of time left in this hockey game, but what the Gulls are doing right now, still trying to get the 4 lines out in the ice. You always want to get everybody out on the ice and get them caught up in the game. It's been tough right now with all the special teams.
There's a look at Reed Anderson, one of our 2 refs. He wears 49. Corey Servette wearing 42. The 2 linesmen, Dan Kelly 45 and Travis Toomey wearing 3.
Andy, the big thing you talking about the Gulls being the home team is face-offs for me. The Gulls get to put their sticks down second.
Safin tips it backwards. Puck touched out towards the Gulls zone and swept further along by Stukel. Axel Anderson jams it off the boards to Carrick, and now Trevor Carrick to it. Reverses to Axel Anderson and then right back to Trevor Carrick. 7th-year pro, age 26. Trevor off to the right wing for Andrew Podorowski, slapped away from his stick, and it fades all the way back to the Gulls zone. Those 2, Trevor Carrick and Andrew Podorowski, teamed up to win the Calder Cup championship 2 years ago at the Charlotte Checkers. Cracknell nearly intercepting in the Gulls zone. Gulls can't get it out though in their own zone.
2 different plays the Gulls got caught. They're giveaways. You don't want to be given 2nd and 3rd chances. This Bakersfield team right now, Bakersfield's on their 3rd chance here on the offensive rush.
Andrew Podorowski will stream it out to center ice, trying to alleviate the pressure on the forecheck that's coming from Griffith. Finally, the Gulls able to diverge away from it, but turned over at center ice. Marody couldn't get it back in, blocked by Bo Grew, and Alex Limoges will fire the puck in.
Getting the young line out in the ice. They got to get out there and get their wheels going. The energy line, I like to call this young line.
Here's Benoit off the board. Centers, Grew shoots, scores! Gulls get the game's first goal. It's Bo Grew. 5th amongst rookies in points during the regular season. He collected 10. There's his first postseason point.
Well, there it is with the great forecheck by the young line. And like they like to say, "Essay la boue." He puts one in. That's the French connection from Simon Benoit, getting it all the way down there to Grew. You look at it in that corner. Benoit, who's normally a defensive defenseman, he cheats down in the hash marks and he gets it right across the Bo Grew, who picks it up off his skates. And you gotta love the French connection line.
Simon Benoit came back to the Gulls and skated during the Colorado series. And when he came back to the Gulls, he came back with a smile on his face. First NHL game, and then he skated in 6 consecutively with the Anaheim Ducks.
That's great for any player, especially to get to play their first NHL games. Trust me, when you come back with at least the extra 10% in your skates, your shots that much harder. What you don't want to do is you don't want to lose it back down in the American League level. Not that it's that big of a drop, but trust me, the NHL is what it is.
Here's Josh Mahura with the puck. We'll send it off to Zegras. Cuts his way through center ice. Dips over to the left wing, and he'll dump it in, but an offside whistle will stop our action. 11:02 remaining first period. Gulls grabbed a 1-0 lead. Grew from Benoit and Limoges.
Zegras coming through the neutral zone there. He tries to do a little bit too much, and he puts his own winger offside. When you cut behind him, he's got to go over the blue line. Not that big a deal. But again, neutral zone face-offs. Let's count them all tonight in the playoffs. You got to win them.
There's a look at Keegan Lowe, former Bakersfield Condors captain.
Great to see him coming back after blocking those 2 shots. Again, if there's anybody tough on this team, it's Keegan Lowe.
He's paired up with Jamie Drysdale. That's an 8th-year vet with a rookie, 19 years age. Drysdale has it right now. The Toronto, Ontario native will poke it into the attacking zone. 5-4 shots led by Bakersfield, but the main scoreboard says 1-0. That's what matters most. This is a best-of-3 series, so if the Gulls win, awaiting is the Henderson Silver Knights, who just swept the San Jose Barracuda. Gulls can't get it out. Off the near boards, Brousseau chips it down low. Kindop to it first on the far wall. He'll bounce it off the boards, hacked along by Limoges and out. Brousseau once more for the Condors, back in on the attack. They'll knife it down low, and Esposito's backhander is denied by Dostal, and Sam Carrick will clear it out to the left wing. An area pass for DeLeo. He'll step into the attacking zone. DeLeo stops in the corner. He'll pivot and cycle behind for Sam Carrick. They'll roll off to the right wing corner. Watch closely. Dishes to Podorowski, and now back to the blue line for Anderson. Carrick had a stick knocked out of his hands. Puck goes back down low behind the net. Hamblin will knife it out, and it's chipped into the Gulls zone. Battle between Safin and Trevor Carrick. Trevor pulls away with the puck.
Trevor Carrick pulls that puck the whole way. He's got the body on him, and he absorbs the punishment, but keeps the puck with him. Trevor Carrick's one of the bigger defensemen on the team, and he's able to absorb that punishment while keeping control of the puck.
Balls from their own zone while finishing a line change. Josh Mahura surveys a pass missing Zegras, and that will be an icing call on the San Diego Gulls.
Now the Gulls just missing the pass through the neutral zone right now. 9:21 left in this first period. The Gulls are down on shots 8-4, but right now for me, Andy, shots on goal don't mean that much. I like the way you talked about it. 1-0. That's the scoreboard you need to keep. Lucas Dostal, maybe more shots going to keep him in this game. The biggest difference is the Gulls need to be cleaning up their own zone, not the giveaways that they've done here in the first 11 minutes.
That's what's led to not only the shots, the constant shots and the constant pressure for Bakersfield. Outside of those past 2 instances we just saw, Bakersfield hasn't had much.
Yeah, that's why they've gotten the extra shots, are on the giveaways.
And across the line was called as Pope checked off the puck. Zegras to Lettieri, transitioning the other way. Lettieri and shoots, and a save is made. It bounces off to the boards and carried up by Griffin. He'll skate in for the attack on Bakersfield. A chance from the circle, patted away. Dostal, another chance, and he makes the save. Dostal with an unreal save. Will return. Gulls up 1-0. We're back to the Mechanics Bank Arena. Gulls lead 1-0. In 15 years of pro hockey, you start to learn a few tricks.
Well, Adam Cracknell, as he's getting through the neutral zone, he's able to tug away at the Gulls player. But here is already the save of the period. He's already made 3. Lucas Dostal makes that save. We just missed it at the end, but trust me, he's already made 3 huge saves in this game.
8:40 left. A chance from out top by Caldas, and Dostal with another one. Here's the big thing about that save. Nothing pops out.
Nothing pops out because he's like a pillow in the net, but I don't like Benson coming by and giving the little stick there. I also like the way the Gulls didn't go overboard, kind of like, you know, the announcer does, and they didn't give an extra 2-minute minor. Smarts by the Gulls defense. A lot of game to be played.
Yeah, their PA announcer here really loves to give it that extra.
Don't be touching the goalies. You know, that's your heartbeat of your team.
Dostal over the regular season, 15 wins. 91.68%. Desharnais for the Condors, down low to the goal line. Marody led the AHL in goals. Drops it back to Desharnais, who slips through a check, adds a shot block. Cracknell centers, Marody scores. We're tied at 1. Cooper Marody picked up 21 during the regular season. The 24-year-old ties it at 1.
Well, again, it comes off of another one of the Gulls giveaways in their own zone, and it leads to a second chance. And if you keep giving second chances to this Bakersfield team, it's not going to work. They do a good job on the cycle, getting the puck to the net. Count the number of players the Gulls have in front of the net. Watch when the puck goes to the side net. We've got 3 of them. Look where all their heads are, looking at the puck. You got to pick up your man. You can't look to do somebody else's job. You got to do your own.
8:21 left. Marody actually was drafted by the Philadelphia Flyers back in 2015, a 6th-rounder. But certainly making a name for himself here in the Edmonton organization. Gulls winning the face-off, dumped into the Bakersfield zone, but quickly hurried out. Hustling in the attack, Desharnais tries a centering feed, blocked. Oh boy, another centering one just cruised by and floats out to center ice.
Again, in the defensive zone, the Gulls need to clamp down. They're playing a little lackadaisical for my sight. The Gulls need to stop having these plays just like that one. Got to get guys in front of the net.
Esposito centered to Malone, but he couldn't really connect cleanly on the one-timer, and the net gets knocked off the moorings to stop our action.
We're going to get to see the replay again. Another one of the Gulls' defensive zone struggles. Pass goes across, and there he comes again. Lucas Dostal getting his pads there. Again, though, count the number of players the Gulls have. They're outnumbering Bakersfield. The only problem is they're not in the right places when you need them.
Head coach Kevin Dineen, his second year with the San Diego Gulls. Formerly with the Portland Pirates, back when names like Corey Perry, Ryan Getzlaff were rookies.
It's when the Ducks were getting their heartbeat as an organization. He started it up.
Yes, and now he's restarting again. With Dallas Aikens taking the throne up in Anaheim. There was a vacancy here in San Diego. Coach Dineen all over it, excelling extremely well. Kraken with 2 chances on Dostal. They'll make the saves, and Agazino will storm out to the neutral zone. He'll feed Lettieri. Into the attacking zone, fades off on the left boards, goes back to the line. Anderson down low, and it worked back out to the point. Trevor Carrick steps into a chance, doesn't connect. Anderson swallows it up at the left point. Quick pass work. Trevor Carrick winds, fires, and a glove save is made by Skinner. He'll freeze and hang on.
Well, Trevor Carrick takes that shot, but that save is made because there's not a Gulls player in front. Bakersfield defense doing a really good job keeping everybody to the side. Right now, the shots on goal. I talked about shots on goal. It's going in Bakersfield's side. But here's that shot. Take a look. You can see the shot. You're going to make that save. Gulls need to do a better job getting in front of the net, not behind the net.
Well, you saw Trevor waiting.
Yeah, he's waiting to get it. He wants that traffic. I'm not going to shoot. Get in front. Get in front. That's what he's waiting for. That's a veteran defenseman, Trevor Carrick.
Well, the view that we just had from that camera angle was actually perfect because you saw Trevor Zegras. He was actually waiting for a pass, and then once Trevor Carrick lifted his stick, you saw him start to backpedal, crossover, and then go towards the front of the net.
Yeah, you got to get in front early and often. Don't go behind. Nothing's going to do any good for you behind the net.
Josh Mahura at center ice. Hamblin steals it in between his feet and sends it in behind Dostal. Benoit slaps it off the near boards to DeLeo, and then out to center ice. Gildon will trap it. Gildon is a Florida Panthers prospect. Because their AHL affiliate, the Charlotte Checkers, opted out of the season, they distributed him here to Bakersfield. Back out to the point. Stanton steps in, left wall, adds a shot, blocked in front by Benoit, and he'll tack it out to the neutral zone. Gideon up through center ice is Grew, but Lavoie swallows him up. And Gildon will possess behind his own net, trying to step away from the forecheck. He does, and lowers his shoulder into Bryce Kindop. Chipped in off the near boards. Brosseau all the way to the hash marks. Guarded closely by Limoges. He'll work it down low to the goal line. Cycled for Malone, intercepted by Limoges, regained by Malone, and out to the point, a chance, blocked, Brosseau centered, no one's home, and it's taken by Grew, who exits to center. 5.5 left, Keegan Lowe adding a charge into the offensive zone. He's forced to the corner by Gravel, and it's poked along to the hash marks. Bedini can't hold the line, and streaming through center ice is Brosseau. His pass intercepted by Trevor Carrick, who resets the play.
As Coach Dineen likes to talk about the push. Right now the push is coming from Bakersfield, but the Gulls are doing a good job of absorbing the push, and they're going to put it back against this Condors team.
Trevor Carrick unloads the gun, but a shot deflected wide. Off the far boards, it's battled loose by Anderson. Now to Trevor Carrick, shoots, scores! Jamie DeBan in front provided the screen. The Gulls regained their 1-goal lead on a rocket from Trevor Carrick.
Trevor Carrick, the same defenseman who is waiting for bodies to get in front. And let me explain to you, Devane gets in front of that net. He's a guy that he helps out every player in this team. He's going to protect you in the crest. Watch Carrick here. Wait. Get that shot again. And again, Devaney in front of the net. He sets up your team, and everybody on the bench is happy about that goal.
Well, all starts with the board work too, and the Gulls win physical battles. They win that, and translates to a puck behind Stuart Skinner.
You're right, and it starts on the board work, and that's the only reason that goal got scored was because of the board work.
Trevor Carrick's first of the postseason. He had one during the regular season. That was it, shockingly enough. And you have an icing call on the Bakersfield Condors. 4:43 left. Trevor Carrick, who picked up 12 total points, 11 of which assists during the regular season.
Well, I remember his first goal and his only goal in the season. He had to wait for his big brother to put him in the slot there back at the Irvine rink, and he put him in the slot and he buries it. And you and I looked at each other and thought, like, hey, brother combination scoring goals, that's what we like to see. But it takes the playoff for Trevor to get another one, and watch for him to get more from now on.
And that was actually against Bakersfield too.
There we go, he knows his colors.
Ball's back in their own zone. Mahura tracked down by Griffith. Letarian to help. The physical play starting to rise a little bit more, and that's between Griffith and Mahura. They continue to chop and stick at each other. Finally, they separate as the puck squirts out to the neutral zone. Brody pushed by Zegras all over him. Ooh, watch those hands there, Trevor. He almost dipsy-doodled with the forward. Gulls translate into an offensive chance, but Agazino had the puck fumble over his stick to the corner. Now the Condors will sweep it out to the neutral zone. Benson guides it to the wing, and a chance on. Dostal makes the save. Nothing pops free from Hamblin's chance. Gulls with the lead, 2-1. We're back inside the Mechanics Bank Arena. Do you consider yourself a black sheep, misfit, or screwball? If so, we got the perfect drink for you. Screwball Peanut Butter Whiskey. Screwball combines two of America's favorites, peanut butter and whiskey. Enjoy it neat in your favorite cocktail or put it on ice. For more information, go to screwballwhiskey.com. Enjoy responsibly. Gulls possess in their own zone. And Bakersfield, their forecheck continues to bring wave after wave. And it seems like sometimes it's even three forwards that come.
And the big thing about their wave, the defense are coming up to it. We talk about zone coverage. We talk about getting up in the play. They're really not sitting back. They're taking care of the time and the energy of the Gulls right now. And the Gulls, when they have a turnover, Bakersfield's there.
And here Bakersfield goes. As a play from Hamblin doesn't connect out to center. Gulls intercept. Carrick charges in with the chance. A save is made, and Skinner closes up the pads to make sure nothing pops free.
There he is again, though, Sam Carrick. He's not going to quit. He's got that kind of speed that puts guys away from him. He's able to maintain that puck. Watch him. He's got bodies on him. He's going to hold it. He's going to hold it, and he gets that shot away. And he doesn't go by the net. He gets that second whack at it as well. Sam Carrick's one of those players. Don't think it's dead until the whistle's blown. He'll continue until then.
There's a look at the 22-year-old netminder Stuart Skinner, third-round pick in 2017. The Edmonton Oilers.
Big body, Andy. He's a big body in the net. He's one of those goalies, again, it's not about the way he plays, like acrobatically. He's a big body in that net. You don't see much of the net when he's there.
6'3", 203 for Stuart Skinner.
That's a big goaltender.
O'Grew for the Gulls. Charging out to the neutral zone, angles it off the wall to Kendop, lost an edge, still made a pass to the slot, but misses Grew, and he will go strong on the puck in the corner, but outnumbered, and the Condors retreat to center ice. Malone carries it in, and a sharp angle chance stop by Dostal with the Condors changing. He'll play it to Grew, tips it back out to center. Limoges will clean it up the rest of the way. Gulls now doing changing of their own. Zegras flying out for the Gulls. That consists of Letarian and Agazino on the wings. Puck dump back into the Gulls zone. And curling away is Stukel from Mahura. Tries to cycle for Saffin. Misses him. Pinching in from the point, Desharnais, who's played a much calmer game tonight compared to Friday, where he was penalized 3 times. Zegras tried to take out Saffin, flat out missed. But the puck bouncing to the corner. Agazino to Benoit. He will lead the charge through center. Get to the red line and dump it in, and he'll dump and chase himself. He'll get there first. Play it behind the net. Zegras out to the point. Agazino holds. He'll feed Zegras. Check that Lettieri, who spin around with a shot on the left circle and a stop made by Skinner.
Hey, Simon Benoit is the defenseman. He gets to the red line. He dumps it in. His forwards probably don't like that, but he dumps it in. He goes and gets the puck himself. That's what you love about Simon Benoit. He's one of those guys. He's peanut butter and jelly. He's vanilla and chocolate. He's not going to do anything different. He's an old-fashioned player. Simon Benoit is a guy you wish you had more of them.
Undrafted, 22 years of age.
6 games up in the NHL. You got to love that. And again, like you talked about it, how happy was he?
And he started this organization and started in pro hockey, actually wearing a Ducks uniform at the 2018 Vegas Rookie Faceoff. He was still unsigned at that time. Then he signed an AHL deal. Then he signed an entry-level deal. And now he's skated in 6 games in the NHL this year.
It's called climbing the ladder, and he did it all himself.
Boy, Chase DeLeo lowering the boom on Cooper Marody. Gulls moving it up ice because of that. Carrick forced to the outside by Stanton. Ripped away from the Gulls captain and cleared back out. Lowe guides it up right in front of the penalty boxes to DeLeo, who reverses for Drysdale.
Well, Chase DeLeo, we haven't talked about him too much, but on the defensive side, you talk about Chase DeLeo and he puts up the body like that, that's when you know your team is coming in to play the game. Chase DeLeo doing it on both sides.
And DeLeo led the team in points against Bakersfield, led all players in points in the regular season series between these two teams. He had 7 points, 4 of which goals, including a 3-point night on the very first game of the year on February 5th.
Well, he's one of those guys in the offensive zone. He plays right along the goal line, but on the defensive zone, we don't normally call his name. That's what you like to see. You like to see the leaders on your team doing it at both ends of the ice.
What an acquisition that the Ducks had.
We can talk about that again. We can't talk enough about that.
Nick Cardelis dealt for Chase DeLeo, and the smile alone sends a little signal to all the Gulls fans back home.
Good trade.
42 left. Gulls on the attack. Trevor Carrick at the point. Fakes the slap shot. And he'll send it down low to the corner. This is Kinda. Back out to the point. Axel Anderson drives one towards the net. Blocked by Malone. He'll chop it out to the neutral zone. It's touched by a high stick. And that'll stop our action once again.
Well, the high stick gets called there, and Trevor Carrick's got the puck on the blue line. Everybody's wondering why he's not shooting it. Why is he not shooting it? Well, he's going to have a blocker in front of him. He doesn't want it to get blocked. Again, it's an unselfish play by Trevor Carrick getting that puck down to the corner. It's the little things in hockey games that really have the outcome come your way.
Offensive zone face-off. Terry, Agostino, and Zegras out. Face-off will standstill. Lettieri pulls free with it eventually. And a pass down low to Agostino. Hopped over his stick. He'll grab it from the corner, play it back to the blue line. Benoit misses on a pass. Agostino adds pressure down low. It's chipped out to Benson on the half wall. And he'll nudge it out to the neutral zone. Just 6 left. Benoit backpedals, and he will put it in his pocket to wind down the period. All in all, very entertaining first period. It's only 20 minutes. The Gulls lead by a score of 2-1. San Diego Gulls hockey is presented by California Coast Credit Union, San Diego's oldest financial institution with over 25 branch locations, a shared branch network of 60 area locations, and 30,000 free ATMs nationwide. By Bud Light, game day's favorite light lager. And by CW San Diego, News 8 mornings 5 to 9 on the CW San Diego, live, streaming, and on the CBS 8 app. We're back to the Mechanics Bank Arena. You can score their local mortgage company, Prospect Home Finance. Let them save you time, money, and effort with a simple online process. Prospect's licensed loan officers do the shopping for you to find the best option for your financing needs. Get the game with Prospect at homefinance.com or call 858-764-RATES. During the first period, 15 saves on 16 shots from Lucas Dostal. It's been a long year from him. And don't forget, the year did not start on February 5th from him. He actually played in the Finnish Elite League for 11 games, going 10-1-0, 94.1 save percentage, 1.64 goals against average.
Yeah, but the big thing about goaltenders is they like to get the action. He's a guy that would like to be blocking shots day after day. That's what makes goaltenders different and weird. They like to get things shot at them, Andy. Weird. And he stops them.
Yeah, and we got a heck of a trio of netminders, too, between the two rookies, Dostal and Eriksson Ek, and then Jeff Glass, the other one who is...
He's a pilot.
He's a pilot, and he's excelled, too, on the mentorship role as well. I mean, he knew that stepping in, that he wasn't going to get much action, and he has provided unbelievable insight to these two rookies. And I talked to him about it, and he said, well, it helps when they're really good. We begin the second period. Alex Limoges for the Gulls to Kindop, centers, and a one-timer blocked away, and it's threaded out to the center. Limoges follows it up, the rookie out of Penn State. Couldn't drive it in. Stanton rejects up to Cracknell, and he'll punch it into the Gulls zone. An outlet pass doesn't work. Gravel steps into a chance. That's blocked to the corner. Beaubru will charge out to center ice. It is game 2 of a best-of-3. The Gulls have a 1-0 lead in the series. If they win, they punch their ticket to face off against the Henderson Silver Knights. And just like that, the Condors have 2 periods to make something of this, or they're done.
It's their season right now lies in these last 2 periods, and Andy's right. It's not normal for any hockey player to go in the best-of-3 series. Really, a best-of-5 is normally a young one. You play best-of-7 series. Tonight's the night for Bakersfield, and the way they just made that play there, dumping that puck in for the icing, you know you got to come back out on the ice, and the Gulls get a fresh 5 out there. I think the Gulls need to take them out early.
Podorowski, Carrick, DeLeo line out for the Gulls. Chase DeLeo finishing the regular season tied for 6th with 35 points. He'll track it down behind the net, poke it to Sam Carrick. Trying to roll it out to the blue line, but intercepted by Adam Cracknell and cleared away. Drysdale can't clear it out. Lavoie holds for the Condors. A centering pass intercepted. Podorowski leads it to center for DeLeo, and he'll guide it into the corner while the Gulls change. Here in period 2, long line changes. Gulls travel from left to right. They have the whites on. Bakersfield, of course, in their orange. Lavoie drops it back to the line, and the chance missing wide. That came off the stick of Lindstrom. First time I called his name tonight. The Swedish undrafted defenseman. Offside whistle as it moves back out and in.
Yeah, the puck comes over the blue line. I like the way you talked about Chase DeLeo finishing in the top 10 in scoring this year. Here's a player who 2 years ago really put it in the American Hockey League. But then last year really didn't have the year he wanted to have. But he's been one of the outspoken players on this team that said, I put the work in the offseason. Let's see if it pays off. But let me tell you, Chase DeLeo not only put the work in, it's paid off. He's carried this team along with a lot of the other veteran players. Chase DeLeo's made a name for himself. You gotta love it that he's a Southern California kid.
Oh, living out his dream, no doubt about that. And he was a talking point at the beginning of the year where he excelled his first year, 55 points in 66 games. Last year, just 25 points in 51 games, but 180 turnaround. And we can't stress his workout regime enough over the quarantine. Calls on the attack, and a chance for Anderson from the point. Turned away to the corner. Esposito to it. Fans on a clear, but he'll bump it off the boards out to center ice. Stopped by Anderson, turned right back in by Zegras, who fans on an outlet pass, and it's worked the other way by Brosseau, who dumps it in. Josh Mahura back after it, another player who we can talk about who has stepped up his game this year.
Well, for me, Josh Mahura has been that guy. He's the guy for me that I thought he really stepped it up defensively and definitely offensively. Josh Mahura is the guy that's taken the step for me.
NIP, most improved player?
Yeah, definitely. Easy for me to call that one. I was a guy that I would like to say I was hard on Josh Mahura, but for now, I like to say being hard on Josh Mahura really turned out.
Easy up top, easy up top.
Tough love.
Yeah, tough love, but he's a Canadian kid that really puts it to where it matters, and he's a kid that's really stepped up this year. Love the way Josh Mahura has responded.
Hails from St. Albert, Alberta. Same as Brian Stanton. Wears number 8 for the Bakersfield Condors. Drysdale works the line for the Gulls. He'll skate it off to the left board. Center hits his skate, bounces to the corner. Jamie Devan, again, right in front. And you might as well set up a shop because he'll be there for the rest of the game when he gets any ice time. Puck intended to his direction from Brouillard, blocked away, skated out by Saffin. carried in. The lone Condor muscled off the puck by Drysdale. Recovered by Lowe. Cross ice passing for the Gulls. Sees the puck deflected in by Bo Grew. Trapped down low by Kindop. He and Kesselring battle for the puck. However, lunged out to center ice once more. Almost foregone, period 2. The Gulls possessing a 2-1 lead courtesy of Bo Grew on the first one, Trevor Carrick on the second one. Stanton back on the puck in his own zone. Beg your pardon, center ice. The 11-year pro will dish it off to Kesselring, and he'll dart it back in the attacking zone. Gulls pull away from the forecheck. Kindop off the wall, fed up to Grew. Sidesteps the watchful eye of Benson. Plays it to Lowe, he'll dump it in. Gulls go to work down low. Grew chipped it to the corner, taken by Kesselring, and he'll send it back out. Lavoie off the boards and into the Gulls zone. Not as eventful of a period compared to the first. The Gulls trying to change that. Podorowski steps in. DeLeo to Trevor Carrick. He'll pull away. Send it down low towards the slot. Chipped off to the corner. Moved off to the boards by Desharnais. Podorowski finds. Cycles for DeLeo. He'll leave it for Sam Carrick, who pulls away from Lavoie. Trades places with DeLeo. He'll spin away with a chance, and it's blockered away by Skinner. Anderson can't hold the line, and Bakersfield charging up with a potential 2-on-1. Cracknell near wing shoots, no good. Loose puck taken off the boards by DeLeo. He'll leave it for Carrick, and Sam will charge into the offensive zone. Hit the brakes, and then guide it to DeLeo after it got bumped off the shin pad of Griffin. Down low for Podorowski, an extended shift for this line. A chance from Benoit at the point, blocked by Skinner, and the rebound skated out by Cracknell. Go backhanded into the Gulls zone, swallowed up by Mahura, traded off to Benoit, connects one in stride to Lettieri. Here come the Gulls again. Drop for Benoit, and a chance missing off of a block shot. Griffith up to Cracknell, and back we go to the Gulls zone. Cracknell leaves it for Griffith. Zegras almost read the drop pass, couldn't strip it though. Cycled down low, and Mahura intercepts again.
Andy, you called it. Zegras read the play. He's an offensive player, but on defense, he read the offensive play, and this is the reason they're down low.
Zegras carries it behind the net. Stutter step, lost an edge, drops it back to the line, and Keegan Lowe with a blast, but a save made. Still 2-on Gulls. 2-1 Gulls, and good outlet passes, giving Gulls great chances here in this second period.
Well, when you're able to make a 100-foot pass like that and a drop pass and get it all the way to Axel Anderson, who picks it up and he makes that shot, I got to tell you, he's a player that he's got to be happy to be in a lineup. Again, it's a dog-eat-dog world in the American Hockey League to make it in, but Anderson's made it into this lineup tonight, and he got a good shot away.
Well, a big prospect for this organization, 21 years of age, former second-rounder by the Bruins. Acquired with David Backus on the Kasha deal. Gulls intercepting off the face-off, and a one-timer just wide off the stick of Agazino. Boy, you know he wants that one back. Zegras tries to bat it out of midair. Missed, but pulls it from the corner. Sends it back to the line low. Connects to Drysdale. Off to Lettieri, who weaves all the way out to the high slot to Drysdale. One-timer, save made. Puck still loose. Diving after it, Skinner. No rebound coming free. And two different chances, but both denied.
Well, Vinny Lettieri is the type of hockey player I like to call. He's the guy that's in the NHL. He's too good for the American League. Look at that speed, the way he gets it to Agazino. Off of a face-off. He's still got the motor running, and he's got the puck again, and he gets it off to the side. Vinny Lettieri, to me, is one of those guys, he kills time and space, and when he's got that puck, you can't get to him, and I love him getting into the muck there. Vinny Lettieri, he's one of the players right now for me, is a cusp NHLer.
Well, 26 years of age, you see him on the left-hand side of your screen. Minnesota native, he burst onto the scene with the Gulls. First 6 games, he had 9 points.
9 points, it shows you, he's one of those guys, the way he can skate with the puck, the way he skates without the puck. Vinny Lettieri is a top player on this Gulls team.
Gulls forced out to center ice. Fired back in by DeLeo. Moving in on his work shift is Sam Carrick. Played it down low, but Hamblin intercepts. Send it off to Stukel. Stukel on the rush. Guarded closely by Anderson. Pitchforked away down low to the corner, and a 2-on-1 battle on Trevor Carrick, who's still a worthy adversary from the seat of his pants. Gets it loose up to his brother Sam, and he will move through center. Jonathan on a stick check from behind. Great back checking showing off. And he'll nudge it up. Stukel steps in. A slap shot turned aside by Dostal. I'd say maybe the first real test that he's seen this period.
Now you're right. He comes up to it. It doesn't matter if he had 10 shots or 1 shot. Lucas Dostal is a goaltender. He's a goaltender. He's going to have a multi-year contract. He's going to be a goalie that you're going to get to watch in the NHL. But get to watch him now in the American Hockey League because it's not going to be for long.
That was his first stop of the period. Bakersfield held shotless up until 7 minutes and about 15 seconds into this period.
And a big deal, the difference in the first and the second, but I think it's got to do with the Gulls. They're not so run and gunnish, but they're still getting the shots on goal.
And then when they do need to be run and gunnish, like we just saw when we came back from that break, those outlet passes, very important. You can look at this organization back in the 2000s, like Scott Niedermayer, Chris Pronger, those guys were the tier marker for outlet passes.
Here we go with Dostal, the way he's able, look at him mirroring that puck, getting that big body. Again, he's not the biggest guy. He's not a small goalie. Don't let me get you that way. But he gets his body in front. Here the Gulls come in front. Look at that play. Getting that pass in front of that net. Again, this is what the Gulls need to do, and they're going to be able to bury those chances. They got the shots on goal right back. The Gulls are still up 2-1.
Puck dropping to the right of Skinner. 26 saves on 30 shots on Friday. Most wins in the AHL during the regular season with 20.
Now here's the so-called fourth line for the Gulls. Watch what they can do.
It's Devan, Bouillard, and Bedini. Skinner stops the puck behind his own net. He'll leave it for Gilda. 22-year-old surveys the ice. And will feed it off to the right side. Bakersfield will start the rush. Carried up and dumped in by Lavoie. He'll track it down himself. Got some help from the ledge of the boards. He'll center it. Brazeau was swallowed up by the coverage. And Gulls outnumbered. Pinned it off to center ice. Drysdale leads the way. Dumped in by Bedini. He'll dump and chase himself while his teammates change. Build on to Gravel. And fed up to Benson. Gets the center red line. He'll move around Anderson. He went for the body check, but the puck poured 3 for Trevor Carrick, unable to clear. So right board, stripped of the puck. And the Gulls trio will move through center. This is Lettieri cutting in down low, centered for Zegras with a chance. Turned aside. He couldn't get all of it. It was a quick snap decision he had to make. And it wasn't a hard, clean shot, but a save still made, though, by Skinner. And the puck cleared back to the Gulls zone. Yeah,
Lettieri still got that puck to Zegras, and he had Agazino as well. A little bit of a hit from behind there. Let's see what happens. And Lettieri does not like it.
He will drop with Benson. Benson's fighting with his gloves on, and Lettieri is going to haul him down. That was an elbow that came in from Benson. Lettieri steps up and says, "You're not going to do that to me. I'm going to challenge you, and you can keep your gloves on, that's fine." And Benson shrugging, saying, "I don't even know what's wrong with that," but he did come in pretty hot with his elbow.
Well, the glue in the gloves of Benson finally let a glove fall off, because if you're going to throw a hit like that, Vinny Lettieri's not a hockey player who drops the gloves that often, but he's a guy who's going to stick up for himself. And if I take a hit like that, I'm going to stick up for myself too. And I love the way Vinny Lettieri does it. Watch it. He's behind, and there's the hit. That's a hit from behind. Vinny Lettieri gets up right away, and then Benson, how many punches do you need to take before you drop your gloves and you talk to a referee? One's enough for me.
Zero's enough for me. I think he had Gorilla Glue in those things.
Yeah, and he still had the glove on his hand when he talks to the referee. The Gulls are going to go to they're going to kill a penalty. But you know what? You kill a penalty for a guy that kills it for your team. That's why you stick to a team. Together, everybody achieves more. Vinny Lettieri epitomizes that as a team player.
Sam Carrick talking with the officials, as well as Ryan Stanton to square that off. I mean, you're right, BJ. Not only was it a hit from behind, but you could see as Lettieri went down, the first initial point of contact was the elbow of Benson.
Right in his back, in the back of the neck. Vinny Lettieri, you and I, Andy, know that he's not a player that drops the gloves or gives cheap shots. He's not a dirty player. But what he is, he's a guy that's going to stick up for himself. And he did it there, and I really like that. The Gulls are going to have to kill a 2-minute minor, but this is one of the minors you want your team to kill. This is where you want the stick boy, the trainer, everybody to block shots, because it's a team kill.
Zegras will be in the box to serve the extra infraction to Vinny Lettieri. It'll be a rough that he gets issued, and then another 2. They don't issue fighting majors there, so it'll technically be 4 minutes without Vinny Lettieri. Zegras will be released from the box here in the next 1:48 now.
Well, I like the way they call it, but then again, as a player, you always like to get the 5-minute major up there to have it on your scorecard. But Vinny Lettieri doesn't care about that.
Josh Mahura forced back behind his own net. He and Benoit tried to work it out. Can't. Blown off the left point. Settle it down. This is power play number 2 for Bakersfield. The Gulls killed the other one. The Gulls' kill has been absolutely phenomenal all season long. And a shot from Griffith rang off the crossbar and bounces back. And the puck forced out to center ice off of a pass that hit Sam Carey. What a rifle from Griffith.
Great job by Griffith. It's not even going to be counted as a shot on goal. Vinny Lettieri is still in the clear.
3 points for Griffith on Friday. Walk off the right boards. Goes down low. It scoots away from Trevor Carrick, but glides to Bo Grew, who clears it away.
What the Gulls are doing as well, they've had a third line change, and there's still 44 seconds to kill on this power play penalty kill for the Gulls. What they're doing is they're getting fresh bodies on the ice as much as they can.
Still got a minute left of the kill, and a shot forces Bakersfield back in their own zone because of the puck's momentum carried back out. Back in is Esposito to the right wing. Lavoie with a chance. Turned aside to the corner, and the Gulls disrupt again. Podorowski this time will be the man that's in charge of breaking it up. And he'll put a shot on Skinner from the blue line. That patted aside to the boards. 7 left of the kill.
Great job by Podorowski. He's the player that led the American League in points this year. Again, we don't talk enough about Andrew Podorowski and what he's brought to the Gulls this year.
Carried in by Caldas. We're back even. Gulls officially kill off 2 for 2. During the regular season, they were 2nd in the league in penalty kill behind Bakersfield. How about that? Pacific Division owning the top 2 spots. Drysdale tried to center for Bedini, tipped out of play. 2-1, Gulls with the lead after a kill and a very close call, but it stays in favor of San Diego. We're back at the Mechanics Bank Arena. 2-1, Gulls with the lead. Quickly to action as the Condors. Lindstrom will feed it up to Benson. He'll scamper in by centering pass. Deflects off to the boards. Gulls, great job clogging that slot. That could have really dictated a hot change for Bakersfield.
Again, Simon Benoit able to block that 2-on-1, getting a stick on it. The Gulls just getting a little bit carried away there. You want to be defense first.
Here's Zegras. Cuts through 2 stick checks, feeds Brouillard with a chance, but misses the net. And at the point, it's held in by Axel Anderson. He'll play it down low for Brouillard. Banged up against the boards by Crackle. Puck to Caldas, I beg your pardon, Lindstrom, and now up to Benson. Cross ice easily picked off by Trevor Carrick. He'll lead it to his brother Sam. Back to Trevor, shoots, and a save made by Skinner, denying the brother connection.
Well, what a great play by the Carrick brothers, but just before that, we're going to get to see the last, we're going to get the Carrick brothers here. Trevor Carrick picks up that pass, goes to the net. His brother Sam gives it to him. Again, the Carrick brothers coming to the rescue. Here are the Gulls again, getting that puck down low into the offensive zone, getting that shot away. And again, this is the so-called 4th line for the Gulls. You get your 4th line like that, getting scoring opportunities, that's where the first 3 should get more.
Leo went on the face-off. 7:25 left in period 2. Gulls holding strong to the 1-goal lead. Trevor Carrick trying to extend it again, but another save made by Skinner. Are we seeing the best game that Trevor Carrick has played wearing a Gulls uniform?
Well, definitely the most shots and the most offense so far. And again, we're just over the halfway point of this hockey game, but Trevor Carrick, he's been into it. Again, rolling puck, and he's able to get good wood on it. Almost like a tee shot.
4 shots for Trevor Carrick. As the Gulls out shooting Bakersfield this period 11-2. What does that tell you, BJ?
Well, let me tell you first, when you get 4 shots in a game, that means you're doing a good job as a forward. As a defenseman, you've had a great game. We're at the halfway point. But for the Gulls to shut down Bakersfield 11-2 here in this second period means they've changed the system. And they've done what we've kind of talked about. You got to play defense first.
Podorowski back to low. Gulls again on the attack. Drysdale right point, skates the line, unloads a drive, but it's blocked wide, and Esposito will deflect it out. 2-on-1 potentially, but it hit a Gulls player on the bench, so that'll stop our action. That's a big break there for San Diego.
That is, Drysdale's the player. He wanted to pull the puck across the ice and get the big slapper. He got deflected. He did have men coming back, Sam Carrick being the one. But again, when the puck hits a player on the bench's glove, that's a saving grace for your team. They're going to drop the puck right outside your bench. The Gulls need to continue what they've been doing here in this second period. They've owned the second period.
Bo Brew on the face-off at center, right in front of the Gulls bench against Hamblin. Brew wins it. Drysdale into the Condors zone. Knuckles to front of the net, but Kesselring will send it up to Hamblin. He'll touch it into the offensive zone. Brousseau gets there first. Played it off the boards. Gulls can't move it out. Nifty stick handling work. That came from Saffin. He'll play it to Kesselring, whose chance misses. Holding the line is Stanton to play it back down low. Drysdale again. Off the boards, but Stanton there to hold it. Cat and mouse game right now between the Gulls and the defenseman for Bakersfield. A wraparound centering chance in front of the net. Dostal from his back makes the save. The puck is sent off to the boards, but kept in. Kesselring at the point. He'll play it to the boards, back to Kesselring. A chance hits the post, and the rebound bounces out to the top of the circle. Keegan Lowe will skate it out and send it in.
Well, the post and the crossbar have been doing the Gulls a great deal this second period, and it's the young line of the Gulls that really hadn't got it going yet in this game. They've been the line that's carried the team the last 10 games. Watch for them. Give them some time.
Mahura at the point. To a fresh Agazino in the corner. He'll skate it behind the net. Angle it back to the blue line. Intended for Benoit. Chipped away by Cracknell. He can't get it to Griffith, who is streaming down the wing. And it's returned back in the attack. Zegras in. Chance stop. Rebound. Another save. Agazino out of midair. But a save made to keep it 2-1. And now Brouillard and Stanton start to jaw away at each other. And more than that, too, is a few sticks and hacks and whacks. 2-1 Gulls. We'll be back in a minute. When you hit the post, that doesn't count as a shot on goal. The Condors hit 2 of them this period. And there, another, quote, save. But transitioning back the other way, Gulls with a chance.
Now there goes Zegras. Zegras, he's a player, he's a playmaker. He wanted to make a pass there, but when he had a last resort to take a shot, I think it went a little bit too late.
Esposito for the Condors to Kesselring left side. He'll step in, and he's edged off. Puck kept in the zone. Desharnais back to the line. Malone with a chance. Save. Rebound by Esposito, and another stop as Dostal's able to keep it a 2-1 San Diego lead.
And again, Zossel blocking those pads, and he's got players in front of the net. That's what you want to have. The pass comes across. Great one-timer. Dostal just doesn't hold that one, but again, look at the players in front. Jamie Drysdale, Zegras, Agazino, they're in front. That's your border.
Did you? You're 100% right, and they closed in on Esposito as he made that shot.
Yep.
There was nothing extra that was coming from
Don't touch my Ron Hextall so he doesn't run out there at Chris Chelios later in the game.
Mahura clears the puck off the glass down the ice, and that will be an icing call. Boy, Kendop hustling all the way. How about that?
Well, that's the extra effort. Kindop, there's a player for the Gulls this year. Again, we talk about so many guys. I don't talk about him enough. He's a guy that's come up on the rookie line, but not only being on the rookie line, the way he kills penalties, just like he did there, try to get the extra energy going to wave off that icing call. Kindop is one of those guys you wish you had 20 of them.
He began the year in Tulsa in the ECHL. 14 games played. And that was largely in part because the ECHL began their season before the AHL, so you might as well get some games in, get some reps in.
Yep.
And he's coming in as a rookie, so certainly helpful. 21-year-old has soared here in the AHL. Benoit's chance sticked aside by Skinner. Limoges, another guy we can talk about, is that rookie line. Having a great presence out of Penn State. He was actually a point per game at Penn State, 22 points in 22 games, and finished the regular season in the AHL, 21 points in 23 games. Limoges with a pass in front to Kendop, but deflected just wide. I think Desharnais got a stick in there just to guide it away. Lindstrom for Bakersfield. Moves away from the forecheck. Right it up to Griffith, and now Desharnais. He'll lob it into the attacking zone. Under 4 to go, period 2. The Gulls still standing strong to their 2-1 lead, and all the goals scored in the first 20 minutes.
Yeah, the game's been had in that first couple minutes of the game. Everybody was coming out, guns blaring. This second period been a little bit more defensive. The Gulls have gotten some shots. Bakersfield's obviously hit some points, some posts, and some crowbars, but again, watch for this game late here in this second period.
Well, it's going to get to a point, too, where Bakersfield has to create more urgency, and I know Jay Woodcroft, the head coach of the Condors, isn't going to settle for 4 shots in the third period. They're going to open things up, so we could have ourselves another entertaining third period. Not saying that this one hasn't been. This has actually been a structure that's to the T for San Diego to win the game. So yeah. Coach Dineen, on the flip side, would love to see a second period duplicated for the final 20.
You're right. Way better coaches period here in this second period. The first period is not a period you want to have as a coach, as long as you're the coach that's got more goals. And right now the Gulls being up 2-1. Still 2 minutes and 45 to go here in this second.
Hamblin drives it into the Gulls zone, rimmed over far boards. Lowe gives it a chop. Stopped by Marodi. Another chop up to Duvan. Now Bedini, and he'll send it sky high into the attacking zone. Stan gets there first. Pressured by Brouillard, so those tempers right before the break carrying over to here, and now a centering feed for Bedini, stopped by Skinner. That was Brouillard that sent the pass. Great vision, but a great stop.
Yeah, Brouillard's just doing a good job down in the corner, and he's throwing the cross check. Watch, he throws it a couple times, and when he's able to receive the puck, he just throws it blindly. There it is, he picks it up, he throws it. And again, when you throw it there in the slot, you better hope it's to your player, because if it goes the other way, when you get to the bench, coach is going to be saying, where are you throwing that puck? And he couldn't have any answer for that, because that was blind. Good play there, but don't be throwing that puck blindly just out in the middle of the ice.
Condors win the face-off in their own zone. Played up about hip high, missing Benson, so it's a free puck from Mahura up to Lettieri, angled off the far boards. Stanton to it. Swept into the Gulls zone and out of his net. Lucas Dostal. The check looks around and play to Benoit. Now to Mahura. Great outlet, but it just fumbled away from Vinny Lettieri. Cracknell back in the attack for the Condors. A shifty pass. Got it to Lindstrom, but it's stripped away by Agazino. We are in the twilight of period 2. Puck dumped into the Bakersfield zone. This will draw an icing call on San Diego with 1:40 left.
Well, it just shows you how easy it is just to miss a pass or two. The face-off comes all the way back into your zone. The Gulls on 2 different plays there coming out of their own zone. Just misses the passes. Hockey is, again, 200 feet by about 100, but again, it's a game of inches. And right there, the Gulls need to take a face-off in their own zone. And then, again, face-offs are crucial at this time of the game.
Dropping to the left of Dostal. Condors win. Lindstrom at the point. Cross ice intercepted, and charging out is the Gulls rookie Zegras. And cut around Desharnais. The 6'7" defenseman will feed Benson, who drives it in. Gets shouldered by Benoit, and it's elevated up to the right wing for Kindot. Cross to Limoges. Into the attack with a chance, swallowed up by Skinner. And he'll freeze and hold.
Hey, Andy, you just talked about Desharnais being 6'7". I remember, I think, the first game of the year against this Bakersfield team, Desharnais took one of the Gulls players and hit him from behind. And I think it was the captain of the team, Sam Carrick, that dropped the gloves and said, I don't care how big you are or how small I am, I fight for my team. That shows you the difference in the quality of a hockey player Sam Carrick is to a team. And again, Sam Carrick.
It was on February 17th.
And he's got it written down. Look at that in his notes.
Only 2 fights this year in the season series between these two teams. The other one, Prince against Gravel.
But remember, he didn't fight for himself.
He fought because it was Trevor Zegras that got checked.
Yeah, it could have been the team trainer. It could have been the team stick boy. The difference is, what I'm saying is, the different mentality is of a captain on a hockey team. And that's what Sam Carrick brings to this hockey team. This organization, he's going to stick up for the crest, not for the name on the back of the shirt.
56.7 remaining, second period, 2-1 Gulls. An offensive zone face-off that Sam will square up for. 13 NHL games this year for him under former Gulls head coach Alice Aikens. The second most he's had in a single season in his career. 9-year pro career. The most he had as a rookie was 16 with the Toronto Maple Leafs, when Aikens was coach for the Marlies. Gravel's chance blockered away by Dostal. Another chance off the right circle, missing. Gildon pulls away with it, tries to play it behind the net. Mahura disrupts but can't clear. Quick pass work. LeBlanc with a chance and a stop made. Still loose. Gulls scrambling, and finally Dostal finds it, covers it, and hangs on.
Gulls a little careless in their own zone. Again, the last minute of this second period is not the time the Gulls want to get a little careless. Bakersfield's putting the pressure on. Simon Benoit's getting in front of the net. Lucas Dostal, he's got his crease. He's feeling it out. Look at everybody in front of that net. They're picking up sticks. They're picking up bodies. That's what you want to have happen, but you don't want to have this in the last minute. 20 seconds to go here, and it all starts with the faceoff.
Brad Malone directing traffic. Better guy to do that. 10-year pro there. He actually had his 32nd birthday on Thursday. Face-off controlled by the Condors, but Stanton forced out to center. Send it right back in. Just 10 to go. Body check behind the net. That sends the puck free. And Agazino will go square up against Benson. That'll draw the attention of everybody on the ice. Nobody taking center stage on a fight, but just yet. I think it'll stay that way. More so verbal assault on the white to the orange sweaters.
Well, it seems like Benson was the guy that threw the hit bump from behind when Sam Carrick came in there, and Benson didn't want to drop the gloves. And then he throws a little bit of a hit on Jamie Drysdale. And Agazino comes in there, and it seems like Benson doesn't want to have the repercussions after throwing hits. I'll tell you what, I'm going to look for a Gulls player to throw a hit on Benson to see what happens with his backup.
Benson, a second-round pick by the Oilers back in 2016. He's just right on the cusp of being that NHL guy. They stopped the clock. They shouldn't have stopped the clock here, in case fans are wondering why the horn went off randomly while the players were still being separated. The time officials stopped the clock with 2 seconds left when no whistle was blown. The clock should have ran out, so then they did proceed to run out the clock. San Diego Gulls hockey is presented by California Coast Credit Union, San Diego's oldest financial institution with over 25 branch locations, a shared branch network of 60 area locations, and 30,000 free ATMs nationwide. By Bud Light, game day's favorite light lager. And by CW San Diego. Watch a new episode of CW's new hit show, Kung Fu, Wednesdays at 8 on the CW San Diego. Tonight's broadcast is property of the San Diego Gulls Hockey Club. Any rebroadcast of tonight's game, either whole or in part, without the express written consent of the San Diego Gulls and the American Hockey League, is strictly prohibited. Well, BJ, we talked about it in our pregame, but San Diego's finest fans coming back up here to Bakersfield. A lot of them were up here on Friday night. I don't know if they stayed or not, but if they did, and even if they did, it's still some dedication.
Oh, you're right. Gulls have some of the greatest fans in San Diego coming up on Friday night. If they stayed or they didn't, or if they came up tonight. Gulls fans, and the players will tell it to you, that the ones that have been here, when they're in San Diego for a big home game, they're unbelievable. I've got to see them in my career, and believe me, I can't say enough about them. The greatest fans in hockey are in San Diego.
Well, I spoke with Andrew Agazzino about this on one of our most recent editions of SoCal Hockey Talk, and talking candidly with him, that was a selling point for him to sign with this organization. In the event that he would come down to the San Diego Gulls, he said every time we went in there as a Colorado Eagle, you knew it was a rockin' barn. You knew it was 12,000 plus on some nights, especially Friday nights with dollar beer night, that it was going to be tough. You weren't only playing the Gulls, you were playing against the fans as well.
And you love it when you hear an opponent say a rockin' barn. That's what you love to hear as a hockey player.
Well, we do know that we will not have any more games at Five Point Arena. The Henderson Silver Knights take a victory against the San Jose Barracuda. So regardless of who wins this series, they will play in Vegas to decide the Pacific Division Championship. The Gulls just 20 minutes away from doing so. Third period begins with the Gulls driving into the offensive zone, courtesy of Bryce Kendall, but Benson swiftly out to center ice. Brody tips it in. Really haven't called much of his name since the first period. The Gulls really containing him.
Well, the Gulls have done a great job of taking care of the Bakersfield big players. Benson's been the only player we've really mentioned, but it's for the opposite reason. And I'm okay to mention him there. We don't want to mention him when that red light goes up.
Benson was the convict of two different hits on Gulls players that were controversial, and the sweaters donned by San Diego. Now Marody with a chance, beg your pardon, with Bois in the high slot, but that's blocked away, kicked out with the left leg of Carey. Marody's name was called at 11:39 of the first period. He scored the only goal so far for Bakersfield. Since then, he has been ineffective for the Bakersfield Condors. He was the goal scoring leader during the regular season. He's only got 2 shots here tonight.
Well, the Gulls are only up by 1. 2-1 is the score. You don't want to be sitting back on your laurels thinking you're going to be able to take care of this game like this. The Gulls got to go back to the first 2 periods, and what made it work for them is playing their system, not to sit back. Watch for the Gulls and put it back to Bakersfield after this early push.
Zegras punches it in the offensive zone. Malone angles it off the boards to Stanton. Give it along to Benson. His cross ice intercepted by Agazzino, regained by Malone. And on the attack he goes. Try to center. Lettieri's there, anticipating the pass. Guides it up to Zegras. Curled backwards. And then a saucer pass to Trevor Carey. 2:07 gone. Brouillard dumps it in. Gulls will move in on the forecheck, courtesy of Jamie Devan. The intercept eventually. Brouillard snapshot, deflecting to the corner. Bedini settles the puck down with his glove. He's watched by Gravel, poked away out to the neutral zone, and fired in by Marody on net. Dosta will make the glove save, and he doesn't have an option as Brosseau came in hot to make sure that he would cover.
Well, Dostal's going to play that puck. You've seen what he's done early in this game, but if he doesn't have an outlet, what you got to do is you got to hold it. When you hold the puck, remember the Gulls are the home team tonight. They get to make that second change. So as long as he does that, it's okay. Coach Kevin Dineen's going to put out the players he wants. Again, this third period's right up the alley for the Gulls, but they can't sit back. Don't just sit back and think this one goal is going to be enough.
Bogru on the face-off, lost the draw to Esposito, a chance deflected wide. Esposito gives another punch at the puck, but can't keep possession. It's sent up an area past the Limoges, into the zone, backdoor feed intended for Kenda, but excellent back checking by Kesselring to deny the Gulls of a scoring chance.
Limoges gets that puck across. It almost gets through, but I think it was Desjardins that got his puck on, or got his stick on it. Again, Limoges, the young line, we haven't called too much tonight. Again, we've called him so much in the last 10 games. Watch him pick it up. He's got his head before he gets that puck. And there it is. Desjardins able to get it. Sorry, it was Kesselring that came across and he got his stick on it. Limoges, before he got that puck, he knew what he was going to do. It's almost like driving, getting your head up before you make that curve or you hit that person. You know you're going to do it.
Remind me next time not to get in the car with you behind the wheel.
No, don't worry about it.
They were cones. They weren't people. little wedding singer quote for you. Well, I know back home in San Diego, we got a furry friend that's listening in, Barley Johnson.
That's kind of cool. We get to see here after the whistle and stuff. We got a dog that jumps around when he hears Andy's name on, or Andy just talking. Kind of wild. And
Gulls funnel it down low. Oh, PJ almost had another one there in front of the net, but Podorowski couldn't get the trigger pulled. Cracknell to center. They'll skate it in left wing, watched by Mahura, who's got a stick up on him. Mahura trying to pitchfork him up against the boards. It eventually works, and the Gulls to center. Podorowski left side, the AHL's point leader, drops from Mahura. Backdoor feed intended for DeLeo, intercepted by Cracknell, who's watching slowly back down the ice on the back check. Played that one perfectly. Forces the Gulls back to their own zone. Here's Lavoie. Bad pass work forces the Condors back into their own zone. Almost foregone. And more bad passing, intercepting the puck. Zegras to Agazino, trying to go back to Zegras on a one-timer, didn't work. Now it's Agazino again, another chance. Skinner makes the stop. The rebound pops out towards the blue line and stripped away to center by a diving Malone. Gulls back in. Trevor Carrick centered for Agazino. A shot blocked by Gravel. Another centering pass, ricochets to the boards and scoots out to center ice. Foot race for the puck. Won by Benson. Marody steps in, slippery moves, but he gets checked down by Anderson on a clean play. Great defensive work. BJ, you said this time and again, we'll touch on it more later, but he watched the crest. Here's Zegras. Great pass intended for Lettieri, but it's knocked away.
Anderson did it. He didn't follow the puck. He took care of the crest. He put him down. 1,000 people in the stands today got up with that, up in arms. But I'll tell you what, probably the best defensive play tonight.
Anytime one of your players gets knocked down to the ice, everybody's hands go up in the air here in what they call Condors Town. I don't know what else it would be. Not much else here.
Yeah, well, Condors Town is good. You know, a bunch of years ago they used to be called the Fog, but then again they lost them.
I actually had to read up on why that was called the Fog, and I didn't understand that the Fog centers in really over this city for a good majority of the year.
And you missed it there, Andy, when I said we lost the Fog.
I caught it, trust me. I elected not to touch on that.
All right.
As a chance on Dostal gets covered up. It's called selective hearing, PJ.
I know. You're with me. You get that a lot.
I just let you go and they did not even reciprocate.
What about Agazino right there? Off, or sorry, that was Sam Carrick off the face-off. He tends to go forward with it, and he just misses that one. And again, here's Agazino getting it across. Again, that stick just gets in front of Zegras. Zegras would have had an open net. Agazino again getting that shot across. The Gulls are getting their opportunities. You hope the opportunities aren't going to waste. The Gulls need to get an extra goal in here.
14.5 remaining. I think Lindstrom might have got a piece of that pass from Agazino to Zegras.
He got it. He did, because Zegras would have buried that one. Right now, hopefully these ones that the Gulls are missing aren't going to come back to bite.
There's Lindstrom behind his own net. Swede touches it up to the left wing. Cracknell into the zone. A drop pass for Lavoie. Back to Cracknell in front. Waits. Save! I can't believe it! Dostal makes the save. He's lying on the ice. He might be injured. They blow the play dead. This is not good. Dostal, unbelievable stop, but now he needs to be tended to.
Well, the greatest thing about Dostal going down, and not that he's injured, is that the net came off the moorings, and it came off from a Bakersfield player. Hopefully Dostal here got his bell rung, and he's going to be okay. And when I say that, players get their bell rung. And this kid, he's a warrior. Hopefully the training staff can do to help him.
Yeah, Griffith fell back on him. We're going to watch this here. So Cracknell waiting. Reaching. Dostal with the save. Griffith fell into him.
It's the hit from behind on his head. Anytime you get hit from behind on your head, and I got to be honest, I can tell you a little bit about it.
I was just going to say that.
You take that little bit of a hit. Who knows how it felt for him, but I'll tell you what, the way it felt for me, for him, it's a lot better. And I love to see him back up, and he's in the net, and he's going to be fine. He's a warrior.
Ole Eriksson looking on, and He's going to hand his partner Gatorade here just to hydrate a little bit more, shake things off. What a save, though, by Lucas Dostal. Let's take a look at this play again here, too. And BJ, talk about the net going off the moorings. Well, here's why.
Well, after the play goes, we got it in the corner, and Mahura's in front, and he did a great job there of giving the little hit to have that net going off the mooring. Dostal down there. I like that he's moving around, and he's got the mask on, but trust me, when you get hit with that back of the head, it's just a weird feeling, and Dostal, I love that he's got that feeling. Meaning he's got that feeling.
Yeah, yes, no, I caught that. You're right. No, this is
it was a weird
so
one.
ironic that we're talking about this.
Yeah,
right
he's
now.
not down like that. He's not a goalie that, I think all year from what been shot at him and gone in front of him, he's not a goalie who's had to go down at all this year. Being down like that is okay. 14:04 to go in this third period. The Gulls got a lot of time to go here, and Lucas Dostal's got a lot more time to make big saves.
That was probably the best save all season. That was that's an incredible save. Almost at a loss for words at how he made that stop, on the patience displayed by the 35-year-old Adam Cracknell, who knows how to put the puck in the net. And the rookie goaltender showed he knows how to save it even better.
And Adam Cracknell's a dad. He's got patience, and he showed it.
Here's Trevor Carrick for the Gulls. He'll play it up to Beaugrue. Oh no, he put it east-west from his own zone, but he's bailed out by Axel Anderson. And up to Limoges, who dumps it in, and the Gulls will retreat for a line change. 13 and a half left, third period. Gulls lead 2-1. Now, we start biting the nails a little bit. This is going to get interesting from here on out. Not that it hasn't been, but more so because Bakersfield season is threatening to come to a close. Saffin dumps it in. Lowe gets there first. He'll chop it over to Drysdale. Whips it off the far boards. Not out. Chance from out top. Save made. Rebound covered by Dostal. 2-1. Gulls with the lead. Stay connected with the Gulls and follow us on our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube channels to gain exclusive content, breaking news, and chances to win autographed prizes. Be part of the team and visit SanDiegoGulls.com/social for more information. We're back inside the Mechanics Bank Arena. Gulls on the attack. Lettieri had the puck jump over his stick on a scoring chance. Mahura holds the line, snaps one on, and a save is made by Skinner reaching over with the glove hand.
Well, Zegras, Lettieri, and Carrick that were out there, and they were making some passes, just not clicking at the end. Getting that puck to the net from Mahura is what you want to have. You want to have the shots going to the net with the big line out there. The Gulls are going to make a line change, but that's what you want to have with that big line out there, getting those shots to the net.
Face-off still dropping in the Condors zone. Beaugrue line out with Loge and Kendall, the rookies. Everybody's a rookie on the ice except for Keegan Lowe. Jamie Drysdale is his partner. Drysdale skating in 24 games for the Anaheim Ducks this year. Last time, besides Friday night, he wore a Gulls jersey. It was March 14th versus Henderson when he had an assist of 9 shots.
Well, he's been a player, been up in the NHL now, and he's faced the good, he's faced the bad. When I say that, he's been had a game where he's got a goal, he's had an assist, then all of a sudden he's had a game where he's -2 or -3. So as a rookie, maybe even -4, but he's a guy that's gone through it, and he's a player that's going to be in the NHL for a long time. So be happy to watch him right now in the American League.
Yeah, I mean, we might not see him in a Gulls jersey again, and for his case, we're always rooting for that. Never to see a player come back down to the AHL. We want to see everybody pursue their dreams and thrive in those situations. And I mean, he took off March 14th. He didn't look back, and we didn't see him again. Gulls with possession at center. Podorowski deflects it across the line for Sam Carrick. We'll play it down low, but it's driven out. Benson touches the puck into the Gulls zone. Now Saffin off the board, so curl away, play it back to the point, lost in the feet of Lindstrom. They'll guide it down low to Hamblin. Gulls cannot get this puck out. Saffin back down low. Esposito waits, and his shot deflects wide. Sappin picks it up from the corner. He'll go back to Esposito. Prevails with the puck after a stick lift on Trevor Carrick. Sappin drops it back. Desharnais from the line, a chance. Missing wide. And Anderson will scoop it up from the corner. Podorowski in stride to DeLeo, and he will charge in. Play it to the left wing for Carrick. Carrick pulls back, angles it off the inboards. Skinner reaching to poke check it to the corner. DeLeo gets bodied up by Desharnais. Not much really DeLeo can do. He was flat-footed, and Desharnais just punches him up against the boards, and it's cleared out to center. Benoit steps up, works against him though. Cracknell charging in, forced behind the net by the back check of Zegras. Cracknell cross to Griffith, and then back to the blue line for Gravel. Right back to Griffith. 10:16 left of regulation. Gravel at the line, knuckling puck towards the net, blocked by Mahura. Benoit with the rebound, banked off the boards and out.
Andy, early in this season, Adam Cracknell didn't have points in his first 3 games against the Gulls. The reason Bakersfield has Adam Cracknell is for this reason, playoff hockey.
Oh, and he really picked up the point production as the regular season was closing and then came to a close. A valuable asset for this team during the stretch run, and a reason why we're playing here right now.
Yeah, you can see the reason why now.
Lavoie with a chance, stopped. Gildon keeps it in. He'll go behind the net for Malone. Watched by Lowe. Malone leaves it behind the cage. Drysdale intercepting from Griffith, and he'll pull it out with 9.5 left. Great work by the rookie.
Drysdale able to get that puck out. What the Gulls are able to do is make a line change. Again, 9:15 to go in this hockey game. The Gulls need to stay on their same system. They can't keep sitting back.
Condors back on the attack. Marody drop back to the line. Stanton shot blocked. And here come the Gulls. Podorowski up to DeLeo. He'll sprint in. Partial break. Shoots and a save made. No call on the ice. We continue action after Stanton hauled down DeLeo. At center, the Gulls disrupt again. Podorowski this time. Shoots and a save made by Skinner. DeLeo off the near boards. He'll play it towards the mouth of the net, but misses wide. And an ice maybe on the Condors. Yes, it will be, as it just rolls wide of Dostal. Well, great chances for the Gulls, and DeLeo had an opportunity even while getting hauled down.
Yeah, it's a great chance, but there's a difference from the first period and the second period to the third period. Watch the way DeLeo gets there. He gets that shot away, but he's pretty much diving because he was hooked down. The referees have put their whistles away. I'm okay with that.
Yep.
You gotta let it go the rest of the game. The way that he went to the net there, DeLeo should have been I think should have been a penalty.
Well, Chase DeLeo still trying to hunt down his first point of the postseason.
But that's okay with DeLeo, again, because it matters what your team does, not matter what an individual does. But he's a guy, he's got enough pride. You know, the way this third period is, he's played his best period so far.
Well, and if you ask him too, yes, it'd be great to get on the score sheet, but he's more considering the red line to his own goal line.
Yep. Defense first.
A chance from Benoit, patted away. Brouillard on the rebound, blocked in front. Benoit keeps it in. They'll chop it down low to the goal line. Bedini lowers his shoulder, goes in hot. They'll grab possession of the puck, but working against Stanton. Extra support coming from Brouillard. Back down low to the corner. Beaugrue had it stripped from his possession by Stanton's poke check. Condors can't clear. Benoit holds the line. He'll go to Brouillard. Cycles for Grue. Anticipates the check coming from Stanton. He'll bump it back to the blue line, but it's chipped away by Marody, and the Gulls have to stretch the ice, retreat to their own zone. Mahura swiftly up to Grue. They'll send it right back in. Under 8 to go, third period. The Gulls with a 2-1 lead. If they win this game, they punch their ticket with a date against the Henderson Silver Knights, the Pacific Division Championship. Hamblin in with a drive. No good, and Zegras will play it off the boards, not out. It's in the feet of Lowe. They'll find it, but can't dig it away from danger. From the point, Lindstrom, now to Desharnais, back across the grain, but it jumps over the stick of Hamblin. He'll take it from the boards, play it to Lindstrom, shoots and scores. Bodies in front, and we're tied at 2. The puck had eyes, and it somehow went past everybody but Esposito, who was able to redirect it and pick up the goal.
Well, Bakersfield's able to keep that puck deep, and they're able to get it from corner to corner. And again, it's a shot just comes in. Wasn't a shot that's going to break glass. It's just a shot that's on net. And you get it going through that many bodies. And if you can't see it as a goalie, you can't stop.
Esposito picks up the goal during the regular season. He had 7. His first point of the postseason. That's his 4th shot of the night. We're back to action. Brand new contest. Kindot can't force it out to center. Momentum coming for the Condors. They intercept. LeBlanc centering pass rejected. Rue bumps it into the offensive zone. Working against Gildon. He'll spin off of his check. Play it back to the blue line for Trevor Carrick, who slides in from the left wing. He'll leave it. Kindot to the point for Anderson. Shoots deflected just wide. Response shift is coming hard for the Gulls. Grew in the corner. No better players to answer the bell than the rookies. And Grew will sidestep a poke check. Add a chance. That's blocked. Kindot shoots. No good. Rebound off to the far boards. Carrick holds the line. They'll send it down low, and the Gulls will embark on a line change while Gildon will play it to Griffith, and he'll lift it out to the neutral zone. Leo disrupts the charge for Benson. He'll play it to Benoit, who fires it back in. And here come the Gulls once more on the attack. Mahura lays it up behind the nets. Swept off to the near boards. Maroidi to center. Puck backhanded into the Gulls zone by Lindstrom. He'll follow it up. Denying a clear with the shot. Stopped by Dostal. Rebound collected by Podorowski. He'll cross to Mahura. Gulls back into the offensive zone. Mahura left side. Sharp angle chance. Missing, and it carries out to center ice.
Well, the Gulls have had that pushback again. After that goal goes in against them, they had a little bit come from Bakersfield, but they've now put it back. 2-all game. The Gulls need to go back to what's worked for them.
Condors through center. Maroidi plays it, and it jumps over the glove of Dostal. Bounces off the inboards. Rousseau will play it to the line, and Gildon's chance missing wide. Stanton holds the line. Back behind the net for Esposito. Watched by Lowe. Zegras in the corner. Moves it loose. Podorowski can't clear it out. He'll get a second, third hack at it. He's outnumbered. Gildon will play it down low to the goal line. Shift towards the net. Save made. Rebound taken by Zegras. He'll play it to Agazino on the left wing. He'll move in. Watched closely by Stanton. He'll carry it towards the corner center, but it's too far away from Zegras and skated back out by LeBlanc. He'll trade it off to the left wing side. It's carried in by Hamblin. He's center. Zegras is there. Great 200-foot game displayed by Trevor Zegras, and it's up to Lettieri. Now to Agazino. He'll cut around a check. Play it to Anderson, but he's poked off the puck, and it's wrestled out to center ice. 4:40 left of regulation. 2-2 game. Condor is in with a chance. Blocked. Cracknell follows it up to the right boards. They'll move it behind the net for Griffith. Slips away from Bo Grew. Griffith centers, hits off the Cracknell skate. He'll regain it, play it back to the line for Gravel, who skates the line. Now he'll let a shot go that misses wide. Centering feed by Cracknell, and a stop made. And the puck cleared over the glass. And I believe it was untouched, so a penalty to the Gulls. 2-2 are scored. Bakersfield applying pressure, big stop, but a penalty coming to the Gulls.
Well, what the Gulls need to do now with 4:14 to do is they got to put blood and guts in front, and it starts right there with the face-off. They got to continue this for 2 minutes.
Benoit sails it down the ice. Bo Grew is in the penalty box on the delayed game, clearing the puck over the glass from his own zone. It's the third power play of the evening for the Condors. Griffith chance missing wide. Gulls have killed each penalty so far. Bakersfield setting up shop on the power play, taking a little bit too much time. It's clear down low to the corner. Cracknell erases Mahura, but the puck left for... Sorry, he raced Benoit. Puck left for Mahura. He'll clear it down the ice.
Great job by Mahura on the boards, not just throwing that out early and having it go down. And again, Simon Benoit doing the same thing.
Griffith backing across the line, forced to the far boards and chipped out as the Gulls put up a good roadblock right along the blue line within 5 feet of zone entry. Gildon weaving his way in, coughs the puck up, and Agazino will clear it. He actually fanned on it, but it works out better.
Yeah, the Gulls doing a good job holding that blue line. That's the wall. You don't want to have this Bakersfield team come over that blue line easily.
Under a minute to go with a kill. Esposito across the line to Lavoie. He'll rim it far boards. Carrick hustles to get there. He can't get it out. He'll get some support, though, from his brother, who will take his time and then casually send it up to Kendall, who deflects it all the way.
Again, the Gulls doing a good job at that blue line. If you're able to hold Bakersfield, Bakersfield's going to sit back again. But they got to continue to do this.
Lavoie dumps it in. Mahura hustling to get there, takes a lively hop. He will pull away with the puck, cannot clear it. Shot it right into the midsection of Lindstrom. He'll play it to Benson. 11 left of the kill and a chance from out top. No good. DeLeo to the rebound, cleared. Gulls have won every single puck on this kill.
That's what you want to do. When you have the time they have right now, you want to win those battles, and the Gulls are doing that.
Drew's out of the box. He'll intercept at center. In tight. Shoots. No good. And it carries all the way out to center ice. Drysdale can't move it away from the oncoming pressure. Cracknell to Lavoie's chance. Missing wide off of a shin pad of Lowe. Lavoie follows it up. He'll find Griffith in the corner. He'll work it back to the blue line. Gravel near point. Chance blocked. Lowe collects. Up to Lettieri. Now Agazino. Cross to Drysdale. He'll step in on the offense. Drop for Zegras to Drysdale. In front, no one's home. And it's cleared away by Bakersfield with 90 seconds left. 2-2 game. Trevor Carrick to Zegras. Tip back into the offensive zone while the Gulls will go to a line change.
Hey, from Zegras to Drysdale. Drysdale tried to give it back, but however, there was nobody in front of that net. Now's not the time to make so many passes. A shot is good as any shot. Get that shot. One's going to win this game.
Desharnais to the left wing. It's dumped into the Gulls zone, and that will be an icing call. They weren't able to allow the red line to Gravel, so the Gulls with an offensive zone chance. Let's go back and take a look at an earlier opportunity.
Well, here's Grew coming out of the penalty box. Look at him. As he gets in there, he tries to go short side up high. I think he just misses that. He's looking to make that pass, but he takes that shot. He just doesn't find his mark.
Face-off dropping to the left of Skinner. 2-2 the score. Just over a minute left of regulation. Bakersfield fighting for their lives. If the Gulls win, they will eliminate Bakersfield. Malone and Carrick in the draw. And Malone wins it. Gravel off the far glass. Can't get it out. Podorowski holds it in. No cross to Zegras off the wall. Back behind the net for Podorowski. Tries a backhander. Save is made. He'll keep on going. The puck went in the back of the net, but they blow it dead. And Podorowski cannot believe it.
Andrew Podorowski, he's one of those players for the Gulls. He's been there and he's done that. He's been an MVP of the American League playoffs. And as he picks up this puck from around the boards from Zegras, watch how quick it is. And he gets that back-end pass. The whistle's going to go, but there's that puck. And that's why Podorowski's not happy about the play.
Boy, he pulled out a shovel on that one.
That's what you want to have when you're in front of that net. Don't get your stick there. Get that shovel like you got that snow in your front yard. Mom and Dad are yelling at you. Get that snow out of there.
Well, the Williamsville, New York native, certainly familiar with that growing up. It's just outside Buffalo. In the Buffalo region, for those of you who aren't familiar with the geography up in New York. Gulls win the face-off, and Sam Carrick's chance blocked away. Chipped away to center ice by Cracknell. 40 seconds left of regulation. Carrick receives a pass from Zegras. He'll dump it in. Skinner will come out to play it in a risky play, but it pays off as he'll move it out to Hamblin. Hamblin touches it off to Esposito. He'll drive it into the Gulls zone. They bring the forecheck hard with 3 players. Pressure Mahura. He'll get support from Drysdale. Tips it off the far boards, but not out. Kept in. Esposito closes in. Shoots, and a save made by Dostal. He'll sweep it aside to the corner with 8 seconds left. Zegras and Podorowski fighting for it. It's chipped loose to the top of the circle. Kept in. Hamblin with a chance. Blocked by Mahura. That will close our regulation. And we will take one more look at Lucas Dostal's final save of the period.
Well, with regulation going, Esposito, who ended up tying this game up, gets a glorious chance, and he takes that shot, and Dostal just steers it to the corner.
We're deadlocked at 2. San Diego Gulls and Bakersfield Condors, Game 2, Round 1 of the Pacific Division Championship. We welcome you back to the broadcast booth. My name's Andy Zilch with BJ McPherson. In case you're just tuned in, you're catching the best part of hockey. That's playoff overtime hockey. Here's how we got here. It started off with San Diego grabbing the game's first goal.
Well, what the Gulls do is they get the puck down low, and they're able to get it across the goal mouth, and that's what you want to do. But Bakersfield doesn't waste any time. They come back pretty much the same type of goal. So here's where the Gulls get it going with the big slapper. When the slapper can get in there, Sam Carrick gets it away. Sorry, Trevor Carrick. But then again, here's where it comes to the end here in this third period. Bakersfield's able to tie it up, and that's what, you know what, Andy? That's what makes playoff hockey.
Well, and now we got playoff overtime hockey. What do the Gulls need to do here to take the win, BJ?
Well, they got to get that goal, and they got to get that goal early. I don't want this to be like a couple of years ago, Andy, and I know we keep going back to it, but it could be one of those nights. But the way playoff hockey goes these days, you get that chance, you better bury it.
Well, we'll see what the outcome will be. Gulls and Condors tied at 2. The Gulls win, they move on. If they lose, they'll fight another day, but they're going to try to take this one early. 2-2 overtime postseason hockey about to unfold. In the event that our game tonight plays past 8 p.m., we will switch to a live digital stream only via CBS8.com and on the CBS 8 app. Again, CBS8.com and on the CBS 8 app. You can find the link to watch for free on all Gulls social media channels. Once again, in the event our game goes past 8, we will switch to a live digital stream, CBS8.com and on the CBS 8 app.
Well, let's see if that happens, Andy. Let's see if we can get one of the Gulls players to stop this one in a hurry and get that big game-winning goal out and have everybody go home nicely on a Sunday night and get ready for a big work week. But it's going to start here in the next 15 seconds.
The Gulls are 5-1 in overtime during the regular season, or I should say they were. Lucas Dostal was in net for 3 of those 6 games. He won all 3, stopping 4 of 4. The game-winning goals for San Diego are as follows: Drysdale, DeLeo, Agazino, Lettieri, and if you recall, the last game of the regular season, Andrew Agazino scored in Loveland, Colorado.
Well, it sounds like to me that if you're a big wing on this hockey team, you're going to be getting the big game-winning goal. That's the way it normally happens.
The Condors are 3-0 in overtime during the regular season. Skinner was in net for 2 of them. And their game winners, McLeod twice and Esposito. We're underway overtime hockey. Postseason overtime hockey, a lot different. It's 5-on-5 as opposed to 3-on-3 during the regular season. Gildon for Bakersfield to the left side for Malone. He'll step in, shoots wide of the net. And DeLeo tips it off the boards, not out. Kept in at the line by Gravel. He'll go down low. Malone jousting for the puck. Ricochets to the near boards. Podorowski knifes it free, and it's sent away by Sam Carrick. Stepping up on a poke check was Lindstrom to get it free. Back into the zone of the Condors. Marody crossed the Griffith, ends it. We'll have game 3 tomorrow right here in Bakersfield. The Condors come away and even the series at 1 apiece. 49 seconds in.
Well, we're going to get to see on the replay here. It all starts at the blue line right there as they get in. Count the numbers. 3 against 1. The Gulls got outmatched. They went the wrong way. You cannot blow the zone without the puck. And Bakersfield makes it happen. Adam Cracknell getting in that puck right over. And as he gets it over, Griffith, he finishes it for this Bakersfield team. Again, the Gulls blowing the zone, going on offense before they needed to. Makes this game go back to the end.
3-2, Bakersfield wins. We'll step aside, have a break, and get to our post-game coverage. Again, 49 seconds in. Griffith, who had 3 points on Friday, ends it tonight.